Yo, what's great, everybody? Today's a beautiful day. It's a day we've never seen before and a day we'll never ever see again. Today's video is going to be me talking about how I met Mr. Vegan. Now, before I begin, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button for me. I appreciate it. Now, I met Mr. Vegan in 2022. I remember I went vegan probably around like 2018, 19. Probably like late 19. And I was living in Atlanta at the time, around 2022, and it was just so difficult to find vegan food or like real plant-based food, like no dairy, no soy, no extra additives. It was just very difficult to find vegan food. So I'm pretty sure I did like an Instagram scroll one day and I seen Mr. Vegan. I seen his food and it looked pretty good. And I think I seen like some reviews. I just did some research, some light research. Once I did the research, I was like, yo, now if you know anything about Atlanta, this is for the people who know anything about Atlanta. I was in Buckhead at the time. I was staying in Buckhead at the time, and his food was all the way in Gwinnett. Like Gwinnett is probably like 40 minutes away from Buckhead. I think I was a little bit lower too, but 40-minute drive. Now, it didn't really make sense to drive all the way out there for some vegan food, but like I said, I was like, at that time I was already dedicated vegan. I wasn't eating meat, I wasn't eating dairy, any of that. So I was looking for some good food. Now, I went and I tried his food. I remember he gave me the address. I pulled up. He gave me the price. What was the price at first? I think it was like for one tray, I think it was like 25 or 30. Now, like in Atlanta, you probably gonna spend that anyways getting one meal. So it wasn't like too bad or anything. I went out there and I bought the food and I told him like, yo, bro, because I was looking for clients to market for at the time. This is when I had just got out of a bad business and I was like really starting my own agency and do my own thing with YouTube and social media. So I was telling him like, yo, bro, if this food is good, if it's fire, bro, I can help you transform your brand. And I remember looking in his eyes and he looked at me like he was appreciative, but he looked at me like either a lot of people had said it before or he didn't really understand like the magnitude of how I seen it, right? So I think who was with me? I think Rich was with me at the time. I think Rich was with me. Yeah, I think Rich was with me. Shout out to Rich Smiles. He went out there with me. He drove out there with me. And I tried his food. The first thing I tried was the mac and cheese. Because, you know, if you're vegan, like, and you're used to eating mac and cheese, the mac and cheese that's not vegan and vegan is a big difference. Like, you can always tell the difference. So I tried the mac and cheese. I let Rich try some. He's like, damn, it's fire. I tried the greens. The greens were fire. What else was on the platter? I think sweet potatoes, they were fire. Everything was fire. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we got something here. Ladies and gentlemen, we got something here. Now, I think I forgot like the in-betweens. This was maybe like October, November, right? I had pulled up to his crib like a few times and me and him started working and he was working on a cookbook. So he was like, bro, you know how to put together a cookbook? I already had one, but like I got to make a new one. So I'm like, okay, cool. For sure. Graphic designer. So my resume checked off. So we ended up putting together a fire ebook. And forgive me for like how I'm telling this story. This is my first time ever really telling this story. So I'm trying to make sure all the facts are factual. But we ended up collabing together. I helped him do his content, helped him put the cookbook together, and he was just continuously whipping up fire and reaching out to different people. A bunch of celebrities started reaching back and things like that. And then we actually ended up partnering with somebody and for a short period of time, and they brought in a lot of resources to help that project go good. So as we were getting ready to launch, this was like 2023 now. No, we're in 23. This is 2022 now. And it's like around February, and we're gearing to launch his first ebook online. Now, I'm used to like doing campaigns. I'm used to doing e-commerce and everything like that. So I set up all the back ends, the funnels, all the links, everything you need, right? The Shopify store, set everything up. And then my idea for it, I think this is probably, if you're a digital marketer, a brand owner, a business owner, I think this might be the most, my words, where are they? This might be the most benefit that you get out of this video. And this was something that I noticed with a lot of people who try to brand or market or do music or sell a product online, is that they may have a very, very valuable product, but they don't spend enough time building an audience to provide that product to. So once I seen that as the issue, which was like an issue I had seen since I started doing videos, I was like, yo, bro, this is what we need to do. We need to go ham and drop massive content. And the beauty of it is I'm the content creator, so we don't have to go and wait on anybody. Like, I know how to shoot it, I know how to edit it, I know how to put it out and market it, right? So I do like 5 jobs in one, but that's here nor there. Now, when we started to market and I started to put the content together, I already had projections on what it was going to do. And this came from me doing it a bunch of times before. So when I actually started fully working on Mr. Vegan's social media, it was at around like 9,000. And then his TikTok was at like 200. Facebook, I don't even think he had a Facebook yet at the time. If he did, it was under 1,000 for sure. And then what happened was I assessed the issues, put together a solution, and we started marketing. Now, when we started marketing, it might have seemed slow, but when we started marketing, because of who Mr. Vegan is, how he is, the way I do my content, it was like a no-brainer. It just kept on picking up. Like, it just kept going crazy, kept going crazy, kept going crazy. Long story short, Mr. Vegan ended up being my freaking brother. Not like biological or same mom or dad, but the relationship so close you couldn't even tell the difference, man. That's like my brother. Like, I've been through some times with him that categorize a person for being a good person or a not. Like, I see him go through tough times and I never see him change. I never see him like lower himself to meet those times. And that's just something I'm grateful for him for. He's done a lot for me. I know I've done a lot for him. And that's just a very valuable mutual relationship that I'm grateful for. So I felt like I had to talk about this, man, because, you know, those are the type of relationships in my life that I really value. Me and him talk all the time, whether it's business, content creation, just life. And something we were talking about today was how valuable relationships are and how you need to value relationships and information over money. Because if you don't have those two factors, then you don't get to see the money, right? You need relationships, you need information to get the money. Like, you know, it's just very, very simple. If you don't know the right people, if you don't know the right things to ask or where to go or what to do or the right people to guide you there, you're going to spend a lot of money. It's going to cost you a lot of time, man. But I really want to tell this story because right now, at this current time, Mr. Vegan's accounts are at 51,000 on Instagram. Ebooks flying off of the shelf. MrVegan.com if you want to go check it out. We also set up the website too. His TikTok is at like 21,000, and this is all 100% organic. Never paid for any ads, never paid for any like social media placements or anything like that. Just really great relationships help produce really, really great products, man. So with that being said, man, that's how I met Mr. Vegan. 2022 in Atlanta, looking for vegan food, and whenever I come across a fire, amazing product, I'm just like, yo, let's get this out to the world, man. So that's why all we do is numbers. I'm working on the next campaign right now, and with me dropping more content on YouTube and everything like that, I just figured like I might as well bring you guys on a journey, because if you don't know, if you haven't noticed, if you haven't been looking on social media, YouTube or anything like that, we're getting into the era of personal branding and you telling your story and you sharing what you actually do. And that's been one of the things that's hindered me as a business owner and a content creator, is that I'm always getting the work for other people and showcasing other people, and I always forget to do it for myself, right? And that also falls into me wanting a certain quality. Like, I want the same quality that I produce for other people, but that's not their profession, so I may end up having to pay somebody to do my work, right? Or if you got any ideas on how to create solo work at a quality level, let me know. Drop it in the comments. With that being said, though, I'm about to, Mr. Vegan just sent me over some content. I'm about to go crazy editing it. It's some fire stuff. And for real, I just want to tell you guys some projections, so when this actually manifests, it's not like, oh my God, how did that happen? Like, all we do is numbers, plain and simple. But Mr. Vegan's at 50,000 right now. In the next 90 days, I'm going to stretch it and try to double up and get him another 50,000 on Instagram. You heard? With TikTok, he's at 21,000. I'm just going to match it up and say, yo, I'm going to do 80,000 in the next 3 months to get Mr. Vegan to 100,000 100,000 on TikTok. And then for YouTube, I'm going to say 25,000. 25,000 in the next 90 days. Let's see if we can run it up. So we got a total of 250,000 in audience by the end of 2025. I'm not even worried about the money, and I'm worried about the numbers. You do the numbers, the money's gonna follow. And on that note, for real, yeah, I'll keep you guys posted with the progress and everything. And when I'm working on other projects, I'll make sure I make videos. But yeah, that's all. Stay tuned. All we do is numbers. It's your boy EddyOneTake. Have a beautiful day. Today's a day we never seen before, and a day we'll never ever see again. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be back for sure.